1983, Sri Lanka was rocked by a series of anti-Tamil riots that left thousands dead, displaced, and facing devastation. The riots, which became known as Black July, were triggered by the ambush and killing of 13 Sinhalese soldiers by the Tamil militant group, the Liberation Tigers of Tamil Eelam. During the riots, Sinhalese mobs launched premeditated and well-organized attacks on Tamil-owned businesses, properties, and houses. The mobs used election registration lists to identify Tamil families, while the police and military did little to curtail the escalating violence. The impact on affected communities was worsened by curfew that restricted movement. Forced into becoming refugees or seeking shelter elsewhere in Sri Lanka or overseas, the Tamil community continues to bear the scars of this violence, along with the long-term effects of communal unrest. The riots thus resulted in thousands of Tamils being killed, injured, or displaced. The ethnic conflict also had a lasting impact on the social fabric of Sri Lanka, perpetuating mistrust and deepening ethnic divisions. Following Sri Lanka's independence, immediate legislative changes were implemented to assert the dominance of the majority Sinhalese community. These changes included laws such as the Ceylon Citizenship Act of 1948 and the Official Languages Act of 1956. The Ceylon Citizenship Act introduced strict requirements, particularly affecting Tamils of Indian origin, Malayaha Tamil, and contributed to their marginalization and statelessness. The Sinhala-only Act aimed to establish Sinhala as the sole official language, disregarding Tamil and creating a sense of exclusion among Tamils. These laws laid the foundation for cycles of state-sanctioned violence as seen in the devastating 1956 riots and the tragic burning of the Jaffna Library. Heightened tensions and escalating conflict led to the introduction of the Prevention of Terrorism Act (PTA) in 1979, reflecting the growing calls for anti-terror legislation. However, this resulted in further restriction of civil liberties and increased communal divisions. Such measures implemented by the state increased racial disparity and perpetuated dissent among communities. Although the state played a key role in heightening the conflict, non-state actors, including the LTTE, have been implicated in acts of violence targeting various ethnic communities. Examples of such violence include the forced expulsion of Muslims in 1990 and the mosque attacks in the Eastern Province. While the war ended in 2009, Sri Lanka still grapples with distrust and animosity among its diverse ethnic groups and has witnessed cycles of violence in the post-war period. To forge lasting peace, it is imperative to address the root causes fueling the strife, inequality, discrimination, and poverty. Creating an inclusive society that embraces and empowers all ethnic communities becomes paramount, fostering a collective sense of belonging and shared responsibility for shaping the nation's future. Unity, empathy, and equitable treatment are invaluable in attaining this goal.